Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today's Wednesday, October 1st, 2025, and it is a little bit past 9 o'clock in the morning. What you guys are seeing in front of here on the screen is Hurricane Imelda. And Hurricane Imelda is racing towards the not Bahamas, Bermuda. Towards Bermuda. Bermuda should be starting feeling the effect of Imelda later today, potentially tomorrow and the next day. And everything is pointing out that Imelda is making a direct impact. As far as impacts, the eye wall itself is expected to miss the island, but the majority of the convection is definitely going to be affecting Bermuda, bringing in some gusty winds, hurricane force winds, also torrential downpours, potential flooding, etc. And that's what you guys are seeing here. This is currently what Imelda looks like. Okay, now if we go to the spaghetti models, let's take a look at the spaghetti models. Or the cone, let's take a look at the cone first, and so you guys can see Bermuda, and you see the H further south, meaning, and I'll show you a different graph where it's going to show where the eye wall is going to go through, but it nevertheless is expected to make significant impacts into Bermuda, and it's expected to also intensify to Category 2, which is obviously stronger than what it is right now. But this is the spaghetti model. Again, all the models take it over Bermuda. Let's go back and see the forecast models. So we're gonna let's take a look at the Western Atlantic. Yeah, the Western Atlantic actually shows better. See, Bermuda's right there. So let's kind of move forward so that way you guys can see where it's going. So okay, so you see that the core or the center is further south, but this is where those hurricane force winds are gonna be. Potentially Category 2 wind speeds directly going over Bermuda. Now let's take a look at the National Hurricane Center, see what they say regarding Imelda. Now, broader picture, you guys see how there's also Umberto up there. Now, Umberto is not expected to affect anyone. Wind probabilities, you can see 100%. There's no way that Bermuda is not going to affect there's not going to feel the effects or missed hurricane winds. They're definitely going to get them. Now, let's talk about Imelda, 974 the pressure. Excuse me, you guys are seeing 90-mile-per-hour winds moving east-northeast at 21 miles per hour. Now let's take a read at the advisory, at the key messages. Dangerous marine conditions, including high surf and life-threatening rip currents, will continue to affect beaches of the North Caribbean, the Bahamas, Bermuda, and much of the East Coast in the United States during the next several days. And that's because there's two storms basically in the area. Let's take a look at the discussion as of this morning. No changes as far as warnings and watches. There's a hurricane warning for Bermuda. And hurricane warning means that basically conditions are expected. Hurricane conditions are expected very, very soon, normally within like 36 hours. Let's take a look at the discussion and see. So it's supposed to strengthen all the way up to 100 miles per hour. We'll see if it passes that point or not. But see, Imelda is expected to be stronger near Category 2 strength when it passes close to Bermuda late today. So it's actually later today. And in the way it's moving really, really fast, and that's why it's actually going to reach there to its destination as quickly as it's going to be. Rain chances approximation are 2 to 4 inches, and part of it is because it's moving fast. That's basically what it is. If it would have stalled or moved a lot slower, of course, it would dump a bunch more rain. Now, let's take a look also at the models. Let's take a look and see if there's anything that is forming or potentially can form in the future. Now the GFS shows an area coming off the coast of Africa. Roughly, you can see it here as a weak wave. This is about 3 to 4 days out. Now if we move forward, once it makes it to the Leeward Islands, it starts to intensify. Now south of Puerto Rico, 995. And then it kind of just jumps the gap with 968. Kind of gets pushed down by a high pressure here. Supposedly 961 makes landfall in Miami. Now this is a similar scenario to Hurricane Andrew, obviously, and then into the Gulf. I mean, that would be catastrophic. Look at that. That's like the worst possible track you can take, because it will take advantage of all the warm water temperatures down here, shoot the gap, not be affected by land interaction. Then it's super warm water and heat content in this area, so it intensifies. Then it goes through the Keys where the water is extremely warm, and then it goes into the Gulf, which again, bath water. So obviously that would be a terrible, terrible situation. But as we know, and as we have seen throughout the season, it is going to change. Now the European doesn't show nothing. The Canadian has a wave, but pretty much it goes out to sea. But kind of interesting how it starts developing an area in the Gulf of Mexico. And then let's take a look. Not that. Now let's take a look at the icon, the German model. Now the German model has also a wave coming off the coast of Africa, but it doesn't do a whole lot with it. 1,009 millibars, and most likely it's going to go out to sea. So nothing to worry about there. But again, I show this, guys, so you guys have an idea what may happen in the future. Again, as I've mentioned before many times, when there's consistency in the models, that's when you start seeing potential scenario play out. But right now, nothing to worry about other than Bermuda. You guys need to be paying attention to Hurricane Imelda for impacts later today. I hope everybody does well up there. Stay safe. Now's your chance to finish your preparations. Share this video with your families and friends. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.